Welcome back to Face the Nation. In 2018, the Catholic Church in the United States was again consumed with controversy over charges of sexual abuse by priests and allegations of cover-ups in the church hierarchy. In Pennsylvania, Illinois, and 10 other states, law enforcement agencies are investigating claims against the church, some dating back decades. It's a scandal that has shaken faith in a trusted institution, and the impact is not confined to our borders, as CBS News correspondent Seth Doane reports from Rome.
Scandals are swirling ever closer to Pope Francis. This fall, he removed 2 cardinals from his hand-picked advisory group, both implicated in sex abuse cases. And in his Christmas address to church leaders, Francis called on abuser priests to turn themselves in.
The untouchables are not untouchable anymore, and this pertains also to bishops, to cardinals, and to the Pope himself.
Hans Zollner is on the Pope's Commission for the Protection of Minors. They're developing policies to combat abuse under a Pope accused of not doing enough.
Day after day after day, it seems like there are new allegations, new accusations in new countries.
Yeah, but this shows that we are at the core of things, and it is good and necessary that it happens.
This is a good thing that all of this is coming out?
Oh yes, it is good in that sense that this has been brooding. Now it's in the open, and now you can deal with it.
Before becoming Pope, Francis addressed the issue of clerical sex abuse in a book he co-authored in 2010, saying he knew of no cases in the diocese he oversaw in Argentina. But Beatriz Barela says that's not true. Her son Gabriel was abused by a priest in that diocese in 2002. She tried to see the man who'd later become Pope, but wasn't allowed. He knew of so many cases of sexual abuse of kids, she said, especially mine. Her son Gabriel, who was abused at age 15, said he'd felt guilty and ignored. He covered up cases of pedophilia, he alleged, adding he's only a pope of marketing. Before running the entire church, Francis was in charge of Argentina's bishops when they commissioned a parallel investigation into the case of Father Julio Cesar Grassi, who'd been convicted of sex abuse. The study wound up on the desk of Judge Carlos Majaicas.
I was surprised. It was a book in favor and for the defense of Father Grassi.
The church inquiry, bound like a book, sided with the predator priest, saying the victims were lying. But the appeals court was not swayed and upheld the priest's 15-year prison sentence. The Pope admitted he'd made a mistake earlier this year by backing a Chilean bishop who was later found guilty of witnessing and ignoring abuse. And in August, things got personal when Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano claimed he'd warned Pope Francis in 2013 of the sexual misconduct of then-Cardinal Theodore McCarrick. He said the Pope ignored that, allowing the cardinal to continue to serve until this summer.
You have allegations that the Pope has sided with predator priests. He has ignored victims of sex abuse. You have allegations that he himself may have covered up a sex abuser in the ranks. Isn't that alarming for someone running the Catholic Church?
I think he is, as I said, he has had an attitude that he expressed from the beginning, that he was willing to listen to survivors. And he has started not only to listen to them, but also to invite them to his house. He is somebody who is willing to learn, and I see this happening day by day.
Zollner acknowledged this institution, based behind these high Vatican walls, has a lot to learn about transparency and accountability. Seth Doane, CBS News, Rome.
The Pope is planning a February meeting at the Vatican with church leaders from around the world to discuss preventing clergy sex abuse and protecting children. We'll be right back.